Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Welcome to your Coltrane Tuesdays for this, the 21st day of June in the year 2022. Much like last week, I'm definitely behind the eight ball in terms of getting all the things set up. I think the video and audio are possibly working for both YouTube and Facebook, maybe? I think. So. I think we're functional, but you never know. And this week I ran out of time to even sound check. I was putting together all the things to getting things hooked up, and I'm like, well, crud! It is now 12:27, and we still need to make sure that things can actually happen. So here we are. We're going to, as I mentioned in the description and all the promo stuff I put out just a couple of minutes ago. I'm short on time. I'm slammed with other commitments. I'm more than a little sleep deprived, but nonetheless, we are here. We are going to play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. In case you're unfamiliar with how that works, people are going to give me song suggestions, possibly right here during the chat, through the chat here while we're live online, and I will have to respond to those requests and play those song requests regardless of whether I know the song. So if someone requests a song that I do know, I will play it. It will definitely not be my best performance of that song, but nonetheless, it will, I hope it be listenable. If the song is one that I kind of sort of know, like I've heard it a bunch of times but have never actually tried to play it, I will then have to try to figure out how to play it here in front of everyone. If someone requests a song that I do not know at all, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, and one of the key sources of consternation for me at this particular moment. Last week, I was very excited and felt good about having worked on the song that Emma had requested more than a year ago. Emma, if you're still watching, hi. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And I was feeling good about that, and I ran through the sound check, and it sounded okay, but I wanted to fiddle with it a little bit to try to make it better. Didn't have a chance to verify that improved it, and surprise, it did not. It made the sound significantly worse, which I did not find out until after the show. And then this week, to do even better than that, I had no chance to sound check whatsoever. So, we're going to see how this all sounds. So I think I've addressed the issue from last week, but I probably have I've created an opportunity for new and innovative mistakes today. So we will see how this goes. But I believe I have things set up so I can actually see things as people are commenting and people are with us online, and I think things are still functional. So we're just going to charge on ahead, seeing that all the signals that I'm getting are indicating that things are still functional. So I guess we'll see. So ordinarily, under the pattern of what I do for each of the weeks, if I were following the same pattern I had established with the last season, I would be due for a local cover this week. And I definitely did not have time to put together a local cover for this week. So instead, I'm going to do a song that is kind of a cover and kind of an original, sort of. I mean, it's not really my song, but I'm one of a handful of people on the planet who can actually play it, and there's a decent chance that at the moment I'm the only person on the planet who can actually play it. So let me explain. So I've talked often on this program about my songwriting partner Jonathan. He and I got together in college and had a tremendous creative ability to sort of work off of each other, and a bit of a creative rivalry, but also a lot of mutual respect. Jonathan, hi, I owe you a text message. You sent me a message like 3 weeks ago and I still haven't responded, so I'm sorry. I'm still working on it. While we were in college, we were staying in touch. We, in fact, at that point, were at the same college. And then I went overseas for a semester, and Jonathan's like, well, I still have all this creative energy. I'm going to do something. So he in fact put out an album with a bunch of other creative people that we know. I don't think I still even have a copy of that album, but it was very interesting, and there was lots of stuff that was really cool that he put together on it. And subsequently, then when I was back in the country, I figured out how to do a lot of the songs that he worked out with these other people as co-writers, and we did them as part of the band that we were doing things together with. So this was co-written by Jonathan and by Brian Gundersdorf of the band We're About Nine. Brian, hi, I miss you, it's been a long time. At some point, when I was then trying to figure out how to play this song, I had to ask Brian because several of the chords are a little unconventional, including there's this one here where I need to get these two strings but then leave a string open in the middle, and it sounds something like... Anyway, so Brian showed me how to play the song, and the reason I suspect I may be the only person on the planet who can currently play it is I'm 98% sure Brian doesn't remember how to play it at this point, and Jonathan has not spent quite enough time on guitar to be able to do it. So therefore, you get me. The song is called Living Out Loud. It is a very cool, I enjoy the song very, very much, and I hope you will too, and I hope it sounds okay. Tell me which sin is greater, which one is worse to you, that I don't do what I say, or that I don't say what I do. Everyone's a writer, or an actor, or a priest, going through the motions, preparing for the feast. But I don't know what I mean by this. I guess I never will, 'cause analysis is one thing, but being anal kills, and I'd like to be the one who tells the difference between the two. But without all this time thinking, I just don't know what I do. They say poems have no reason, politics no art, but without one there's no treason, without the other no heart. I used to think it mattered, used to think I had to choose. These doubts will leave you scattered if you never pay your dues, and you'll stay here trapped forever in that bitter, useless state. But I know now that forever is a long-ass time to wait. I used to think I'd die if I knew I wasn't sure, but I've been this way for years, so I don't think that anymore. And I've been upside down, inside out. I've been everything but clear. And you think I should just close up, live without? That's not life, it's fear. That's not why I'm here. I've been living here for eons. I'm the artist and the saint. Every sparrow knows my motives, every raindrop is my paint. And my hands and feet are bleeding, but I'm feeling like it's fine, 'cause I'd rather feel the spirit than stigmata of the mind. Pray into the sun, it's rays across my face. Every moment is an absence, Not bad for zero rehearsal. There's a whole quarter of that last verse that escaped me in the moment, and didn't quite land the dismount. But not again for zero rehearsal and having not played that song in probably more than a year. All right, there you go. So headphones this week are not particularly good, so I can't attest to the audio quality. Audio is sounding good for Emma. Yay! Huzzah! Thank you so much for that, Emma. I appreciate that, and I appreciate Beth for doing her best to tell if the audio is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So there you go. That is Living Out Loud by my songwriting partner Jonathan and Brian Gunnersdorf of We're About Nine, or that is kind of an approximation of, the song Living Out Loud by Jonathan and Brian Gunnersdorf. So at this point, if for those of you who like to see when things go completely off the rails, when I try to do the Stump-the-Band game, this is your week, because as you could probably tell from the giant bags under my eyes, I'm not running at full capacity here. So this is a great time to get in your requests for the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. Whoop, and then I just screwed up a thing, so my screen is not doing what I want it to do. Okay, so the point is, I was going to reiterate how things work for the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. People will, of course, give me song suggestions right here in the chat, or I can go into the bag of ones that have been given to me ahead of time. And then I will have to respond to those requests regardless of whether I know the song. If someone requests a song that I know, I will go ahead and play it. If someone requests a song that I kind of sort of know, I will figure out how to play it. If someone requests a song that I don't recognize at all by its title, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That's how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. I don't think I've seen any live requests coming in yet today, which is just fine. We may end up going to the bag. But while you are formulating your requests, for those of you who are online watching with us, I want to mention an event coming up this Friday. Now, I'm also glad that Emma is here with us, because I misplaced the paper that had all the information about this particular event. So I'm going to do my best to get the gist of it. And Emma, if you are able to fill in the rest of the details, that would be awesome. Obviously, afterward, I will also post an update with the specifics. So this Friday is a very cool event being put on by Touchstone Theater in collaboration with the Touchstone / Moravian University Master of Fine Arts class of 2022. It is Midsummer at Columcille. So up at the Columcille Megalith Park in the Bangor area. I think I have the name right. It is going to be a dramatic reinterpretation of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. Walking around the park, engaging with the natural environment there, as well as the cool megaliths and walking paths and things that are in that space. I'm very eager to see what they do with it. Emma and the MFAs have been working very hard on that, and it sounds like a really, really cool idea. So everyone should definitely check that out. Oh, here, Emma has the details. Friday, June 24th, 7:30 p.m., Columcille Megalith Park. Bring your walking shoes. Yes, it is at 7:30. All right. And there you go. So definitely check that out. I should say this too. I believe it is a pay what you will show with a $10 suggested donation. So definitely come on out. Bring friends, bring family, bring people you find on the street, whatever. You know, it's cool. It should be a very cool show. A chance to walk around and experience some innovative theater. So there you go. Thanks very much to Emma for the specifics. Let's see, if no one has a request, one thing, and Emma is requesting If I Had $1 Million by Barenaked Ladies, which is probably, you know what, that's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to go with at the moment, because again, running at reduced capacity, this is a good option. Ah, right. Need to retune. Beth is so excited about the Shakespeare event this Friday. She's been telling all of her coworkers. That is awesome. All right, just make sure I'm not missing anything else over on the Facebook. Things continue to be functional on both YouTube and Facebook, it would appear. So yes, I'm going to do Barenaked Ladies' song, If I Had $1 Million. I'm very grateful to Emma for requesting this one. This was definitely lobbing me a softball. This is one that, I don't know if Emma has heard me do this song before or not. Possibly. Speaking of Jonathan, this is one that Jonathan and I often did. You know, when you have a band that has essentially two front people, like Barenaked Ladies, and had the ability to sort of go back and forth between the two, this is a good song for doing that. One of the interesting things that we would do is we would then make up another verse in the middle of the song. In the spirit of the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, I realize this is a bad idea, but I'm going to attempt that. But we'll start off with probably the regular words. Maybe. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I would buy you a house. I would buy you a house. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you furniture for your house. Maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a K car, a nice Reliant automobile. If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, build a tree fort in our yard. If I had $1 million, you could help, it wouldn't be that hard. If I had $1 million, we could put a little tiny refrigerator up in there. And you know what we'd put in there? We'd put in snacks and delicious things to eat. And depending on who was there with me, possibly alcohol. Not for me, but possibly for others. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a fur coat, but not a real fur coat, 'cause that's cruel. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you an exotic pet, yep, like a llama or an emu. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you John Bear Tremaine, all those crazy elephant bones. If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to walk to the store. If I had $1 million, we'd take a limousine, 'cause it costs more. If I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to eat craft dinner, but we would. We'd just eat more. You know, I'm actually not 100% sure what they mean by craft dinner. I'm assuming that's Kraft macaroni and cheese, but maybe there's some other kind of dinner. Canadians. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you another verse, and then I'd have to make up the words real fast. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a pet that is much less exotic, possibly a ferret or just a dog. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a megalith park, and then we'd put innovative theater presentations on there in the summer. And if I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, I'd sing a song on my webcast. If I had $1 million, I'd keep it going as long as it could last. If I had $1 million, you would smile politely, and then you'd get up and do something else and say, wow, that was actually a webcast. That was really a thing that you did. Yes. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a green dress, but not a real green dress, 'cause that's cruel. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you some art, a Picasso or a Garfunkel. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a monkey. Haven't you always wanted a monkey? If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, 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 I'd be rich, except much less rich because of inflation. Thank you very, very much to my favorite lyric so far is Canadians. Oh, this is wonderful. I don't like green, but I begrudgingly wear it because it complements my hair. Thanks very much to Beth for all of the wonderful commentary going through the song. Thanks very much. Oh, tiramisu. Yes, that would be a thing that, is that a thing that we should buy with $1 million? Is that the gist of that remark there? I'm trying to get the screen to work. Maybe, possibly. Pistachios, tiramisu, sangria. Look at it. Those are things that could be put in the tree fort in the yard. Now I'm on your bus. Thank you for that, Beth. So there you go. All right. So thanks very much to Emma for that request for the Barenaked Ladies song. If I had $1 million, I will try to find an interesting performance of that to link in the description and whatnot after the show. And I'm definitely gonna get while the getting's good, because the show is not gonna get any better from there. So I think we managed to expel last week's audio gremlins, possibly replace them by new ones, but we'll find out afterwards when I get to listen to this. Thanks very much to everyone who has been watching. Thanks very much to people who have been liking. A bunch of people have liked this already on the Facebook, for which I'm grateful, or liked it already on the YouTube, and people liking it on the Facebook and all the things. So thanks very much to everyone who is doing all of those bits and bobs. You can, of course, also like Not for Coltrane on Facebook, and you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can hit that little bell icon, because that will have your device send you a little alert when I'm going live online each week at 12:30 in the afternoon. You think, oh hey, it's time for lunch. I should go take care of myself and also possibly watch this gentleman in his attic stairwell trying to do amusing things. So there you go for all of those things. And again, definitely check out Midsummer at Columcille coming up this Friday up at the Columcille Megalith Park in the Bangor area here in Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley. And I think that's everything that I needed to tell you. So I should just finally mention, before I forget, that my name is Mike, and I am Not for Coltrane. So please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you here next week.